Okay. 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 Put that on the Chizzy chat. Chizzy chat. We don't have Cyber. We don't have Nick this morning. Okay, I don't think we have anybody coming into the call. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Sean
Hey, Sean, what's up, buddy?
Good morning, Nate. Top of the morning to you.
Hey, Billy.
Fried drive.
You got me, boy?
You got me, boy.
I'm glad I got you. You're what I want. One of my most active audience members. One of my most proactive audience members. One of them.
Rocks 1 SMF.
Rox, hello. Another proactive one.
Good morning, Doll.
Good morning, Rox. So I've opened up my, you're going to hear some echo. I've opened up my little studio here because I am sick of being hot in here. I just got so sick of it. And so I took the plexiglass, moved it back, took the roof off.
Sean aka Trendioka.
And now, I'll be able to play guitar.
Making some amazing
man, think of all the activities we'll be able to do, man. We'll be able to do karate, man. We'll be able to do yoga in here, man. We'll be able to have neighborhood boxing matches, man. We'll be able to do WWF, bro. Look at all the activities we'll be able to do. So, yeah, I'll be able to, my dog will be able to come back here and hang out with me, which I missed hanging out with my dog while I'm live. So I'm going to bring his bed back here so you guys will be able to see him. I'm going to do a few changes to the broadcast area. Iceman came over here and he was like, dude, there's not room for two people back there. You gotta open that shit up so I can get back there with you. I was like, that's a good idea. So I'm going to be doing that per Iceman's orders, his directives. Heavy P. Good to see you again, buddy. What's up?
Fried drive.
Making some amazing coffee with my Keurig, ready for the show.
I never asked you, do you like guacamole?
No, I freaking hate guac. I hate it. It tastes like almonds and cockroaches to me. And I hate fucking almonds. And I hate marzipan. And I hate macaroons. And I hate
Sean aka Trendioka. Basil the sweet pooch.
Beezel. We all love Beezel. White Beezel, little Beezel. Yeah, so this will be cool. Bees will be able to come back here and visit with me and stuff. He'll come back here now because he can walk in here. And let's see, what else? So, yeah, I just can't stand freaking avocados or can't stand guacamole. I can't stand almonds. Anything in that genre, that flavor, it reminds me of cockroaches, the smell of cockroaches. What the hell was that? That wasn't cool. Brand new refrigerator just made that noise? So,
Heavy Padilla.
There's a lawsuit.
Doing good today.
A prison in Arizona sued the state for not supplying enough prisoners, and they won the fucking lawsuit. And fucking Arizona assholes made a pact with this prison that they would keep their prison 97% full all of the time. 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time. I'm going to use that all the time now. I'm going to use that 60% of the time because it works 100% of the time, 60% of the time. I know it's a little dark. I don't have my face light on. But at least we can see outside. There was a big buck out there earlier today.
It's pretty. So that's going on in Arizona, and in Texas, there's a massive flood that 7 inches of rain in hours, and people are missing and homes are destroyed. And I told you you're going to be seeing a lot more of that, and it's not going to stop. You're going to hear people saying, "Oh, we can't wait for this to end." They're not informed yet, and they haven't been educated, and they're not watching this show. That's for damn sure. So all of you guys that watch this show, you know where we are. You know it's not going to get better. You know the earth doesn't warm and then cool and then warm and then cool again. It's just warming. That's all it's going to do. At least while we're humans on this planet, that's what's going to happen. And once you come to grips with that, the overall shock of these floods and things, it won't be as severe because you'll have been expecting them like I have. And like my audience members have. Still, as soon as it happens to your neighborhood, it's like all bets are off. You're like, well, I thought I was prepared, but I'm not prepared. Of course, nobody's prepared for natural disaster, man. That's why they call it a disaster. It fucking destroys our lives. But you don't realize something like that until it happens to you. And you're not going to do anything about it until it's too late. So why bother even talking about it? Because at least it clears my conscience for my audience. I know that I've done my part. I've told my supporters what they need to know. And that's it. It's just a matter of me clearing my conscience. I've been thinking about this because I've like I said on yesterday's rant, I have been silenced so much that it just doesn't matter to me anymore. But at least I did the right thing while I was around, and I did it the way I felt like it should be done. So I have no regrets. It's just sad, but that's the way it goes. People are going to die. A lot of people are going to die, man. And I can't be all torn up about it. It's not my responsibility. It's not my job to save people's lives. I didn't sign up for that shit. And if my own audience doesn't want to support me, why should I fucking care about complete strangers, Why should I give a fuck about anything? That's what social media has done to me. That's what it's done to my attitude. I used to be a very giving, caring, loving, considerate person. You might be surprised. It doesn't matter. Because I don't want anybody to see that side of me anymore. I'm so sick of being ignored on social media that I'm sick of it. Now I just want to be a prick.
aka Trendioka.
I'm sick of trying to be that person that's going to change your life. I'm sick of it. Too much responsibility. I have nothing to show for
my
it.
guy. What do you need today?
I know you're here for me, Merc. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. Even the people who claim this show has saved their lives, they don't even show up here anymore. So
Sean aka Trendioka.
You're welcome, I guess.
I'm with you, Nay. Big Mac 83. I know I'm on the other side of the world in Arizona, but is there anything I can do to help you, sir?
Merc, you know what to do. Don't play dumb with me, buddy. Aren't you the one that said I don't have Instagram? Wasn't that you? Don't play dumb with me, bro. You know what to do. You know how to do it. You can share the video. You can retweet all of my accounts on Twitter. And you do it. And when you do, it helps a lot. More people are going to see the message. More people are going to come to the show. That's what you can do. That's all I ask you guys to do. You don't have to send me a fucking dollar. And you know what? I'm strapped right now. Fucking the goddamn IRS has me bent over. Yeah. And I don't ask my audience for cash ever. I don't need it from you guys. I'm going to struggle for the next 3 months and then I'll be fine. I will be fine. I just forgot to make some fucking payments because I had a lot of shit going on in my life. But I don't want your money. I just want your shares, man. I just want your likes. I just want your support. I would love it if you would go watch a video of mine and go share it around. Leave a fucking comment for a change.
Your
Start a conversation,
through some very dark times. Nate, cheers to you, bro. Big Mac 83. Okay, going to Twitter. Fried Drive. One thing I always tell people is to say fuck it on things you can't control.
I know. Thank you, Sean. That's very nice of you to say that to me. Thank you. That the show's got you through some very dark times. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Yeah, man, I wish more people would realize that. You know, it's a fucking tool for your lives. If you can handle me, and I guess people can't handle me, and that's cool. I guess I get it. I have no control over it. You know, like I told you guys, I should be on fucking crazy pills. But I guarantee if I was, you wouldn't be getting this goddamn content. I guarantee you. Because I wouldn't give a fuck about anything if I was on happy pills. I mean, I think some of you guys should consider yourselves lucky that you hear this narrative at all. Because none of you would hear this from anyone else. People find it so hard to call out their allies. But when your allies are fucking up, man, I don't know. You tell me. That's why I have very few friends. Because as soon as they start fucking up, I let them know. I'm like, hey, you're fucking up. Oh, they don't like that. Well, I thought we were friends. You can't call me on my bullshit. Well, wait. That's the very fucking definition of friends, is the person that loves you enough to try to change you, to make you a better person, to call you on your bullshit. You know? So I don't want to be a fucking leader.
The old saying about camels and drinking applies. Fried Drive.
I don't want to start a movement. Sensitive.
I think most of us grew up in violent households.
You know, I think I'm lacking.
Screaming makes us laugh, not fun.
I think I'm lacking in testosterone, and I just lost my will to be passionate about anything anymore. That's how I feel. That's how I felt for the last 3 days.
Sean aka Trendyoka. I consider myself lucky every time I swim my orca ass into Nay's garden.
Your mild screaming makes us laugh, Norin. It's faux screaming for the most part, man. I like the way it feels when I scream. It makes me feel good. I can't do it any other way. Except I'm losing my voice.
Emmanuel Torres.
You know? I don't have the ability to scream like I used to. Hey, Enoch, what's up, buddy? So, there's a bunch of other shit going on. I was watching the news this morning. Rudy Giuliani is about to be tried. He's about to go to fucking court and testify. I guess Donald Trump admitted, and a bunch of witnesses have admitted that he went through all those boxes like a year ago, personally. What else? Oh, yeah, this race in Florida, Nikki Fried and Charlie Crist.
aka Trendyoka. Kofef and trending a perfect way to enjoy my day. Emmanuel Torres. Day 2 of this Cax demolition by my house.
I watched a couple of Jackson Hinkle shows this morning. He'd said something about Vladimir Putin crushing the dollar. And the sanctions from America have destroyed America and have destroyed Europe. Oh, and this is the other thing. Jackson Hinkle makes a great point, okay? Something that I've been covering for a long time. We've been covering it for over a year, the Nord Stream pipeline 2. Remember, we were talking about Ted Cruz and the Nord Stream pipeline? This was before the war started in Ukraine. We're in California. We were talking about Nord Stream 2. Remember this?
Drewski 956. Good morning now.
And I said,
Drewski
hey,
956.
Drewski, what's up?
Nay.
He had said that Ted Cruz said he wanted to scuttle the pipeline. He didn't want Russia to send energy to Europe. Now, Britain is about to go under their coldest winter ever, and no one has power. No one can afford the power. No one can afford food in London, England, right? This Nord Stream 2 pipeline would have solved all that. I saw this 2 years ago, and I said, who the fuck is America to tell Russia who they can and can't sell their energy to? It was Germany. And Germany, of course, would have distributed that energy, that whatever, to Europe, of course. But no, because we had cunt Americans like Joe Biden and this fucking cunt Ted Cruz and all these other idiots that were saying, no, Russia, it'll make them so powerful. It'll make them more powerful. Well, it looks like they didn't need the Nord Stream 2 pipeline to become ultra powerful and fucking take over Ukraine and make America look like a bunch of cunts. They didn't need that. So you guys were wrong. And in fact, if you had just left the Nord Stream pipeline 2 alone, maybe Vladimir Putin would have never felt the need to go into Ukraine, and everybody in fucking Europe would have fucking energy. What do you guys think about that? You guys want to hear from Jackson Hinkle? He says it a lot better than I can say it, obviously. Jamaxon. It still came up.
No one already trusts the dollar. That's why they're doing trade in rupees, yuan, Hong Kong dollar, rubles, Brazilian real. That's why they're doing all this stuff, because they understand already that they don't trust this. That's why the Russians right now are buying up gold in mass, because they're going to tie the ruble to a new gold standard eventually. And it's all falling apart before our very eyes. I mean, the U.S. doesn't have the hegemonic control to be able to say to these countries any longer, don't do this or else we're going to come in and assassinate your leader. So we're witnessing the changing world. The multipolar world is on full display.
Where are we at this morning?
Hey, Josh,
We've been covering the
this
currency trade, the great currency war, for quite some time.
Currency.
This is what is going to eventually result in the decline, decline of the global dollar reserve currency. Okay, it's already happening. We discussed this with Ron Paul on the show just last week. I asked him, I said, Ron, is this what we're seeing? We're seeing the demise of the global dollar reserve. And he said, yeah, it's.
Hey, shouts out to
Drive. This kid is too young to never have a hiccup. He's gonna disappoint a ton of people one day.
Dude, he's got plenty of hiccups.
She NA boss.
Hey, Nay.
I'm just coming in there. Hashtag Nay Sup, how are you? What is going on today don't seem so good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean by that, but hi, Nay. Yeah, he's had some hiccups, bro. He's a misogynist, and he's anti-trans. He's anti-LGBTQ. He's definitely got some issues. Totally. I don't like his discrimination. It doesn't serve him, and it's too bad that his audience doesn't see it for what it is. But I do. And I don't support him the way I used to. But he does make sense here. And on this one thing he's talking about, he's 100% right. And this is something that I've already covered on this show like I said, since 2 years ago, we've been talking about this. So I just want you to hear him talk about how the Nord Stream 2 pipeline would have ended all of this. And I was warning America. Of course, my 20 viewers and me, we knew, but no one else could hear my voice. And because, I'm silenced on social media. But I tried to warn everybody. I tried with my pathetic little mouse squeak. Squeak, squeak.
And we just don't know how fast it's going to all take place and go down. Well, this story indicates that it's actually happening faster than any of us might be aware, okay? We know that BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, soon to be BRICS Plus. I'd imagine we'll probably see Indonesia, maybe Egypt join into BRICS Plus.
Wow.
But BRICS right now
is
working overtime to...
That sounds like the answer to NATO. It's like the other side of NATO, right? All the other countries that were excluded from NATO. Huh.
Laid the foundation of a global reserve currency to challenge the dollar. Now, the dollar is not any true, there's no true metric that is backing up the dollar. The dollar is, its superiority is based on the question of U.S. military superiority across the rest of the world. What happened when Muammar Gaddafi in Libya tried to establish a gold standard for an African Union currency, right? That's what he was trying to do. Well, they killed him. They didn't kill him because he was dictatorial or authoritarian or, in Andrew Tate's case, a misogynist. They killed him because...
Whoa. Andrew Tate, misogynist. Now, I believe the man is a misogynist. That's what Billy Ballantyne told me, and I'm going to trust Billy on that one. I think it was Billy that told me that yesterday. The man is a complete fucking misogynist. So this is an example of Jackson Hinkle right here trying to glaze over someone's misogyny to make it sound like it's not a valid criticism of that person. Excluding women based on their gender, yeah, that's a huge problem, Jackson. And, I think every woman should shun him and never give it up for this motherfucker ever, just until he fucking learns to respect women, because he doesn't deserve to be with any of them.
Was working to establish an African Union and a gold-backed reserve currency to challenge the dollar's hegemony. Okay, so
does he have braces on?
This is very, very crazy stuff. BRICS is now openly doing trade with member states and other countries outside of BRICS in currencies alternative to the dollar. Years ago, not too long ago, but years ago, this was something.
Oh, Troy, you're a little cunt. Go fuck yourself.
Say that you're doing trade.
Welcome to my block list, you fucking dumb cunt.
Major trades.
Nobody likes you, dude.
Oil or
okay, you're an idiot.
Products or gas in rubles or.
I literally do a show 3 times a day. I'm available to you whenever.
Right.
I sit here for hours every day, and either I'm talking, or we're sitting chilling, smoking, or I'm asking my audience, "Hey, man, what do you guys think? What do you want to do? Blah blah blah. You guys got something to talk about?" Okay. When I'm sitting here covering something like this, and you decide to fucking go off on some kind of a whatever the fuck that was, while I'm literally in the middle of a fucking bit, dude. I'm literally doing something, and you're not even listening to me. Hey, man, you're the cunt, and you can go fuck off, all right? This is my show, so go fucking cunt off, motherfucker, all right? Fuck you. You fucking disrespectful fucking cunts. I'm sitting in here trying to do a show every fucking day. And literally, this is the way you fucking treat me. You come in here and you try to unload a bunch of shit in the middle of a fucking segment that I'm doing. I mean, I literally said, man, I'm going to go through and I'm going to read my bill that I wrote back in 2014. We're going to get into this, man. All right, here we go. I get through the first paragraph, and then Cuntball decides that would be a great time to unload his whatever, his douchebaggery on my goddamn chat. Whatever. Dude, you're a little bitch. Get the fuck out, and don't ever come back to my show ever again. All right? Have a nice go fuck yourself.
Wouldn't be saying this out loud publicly because of the response that you would get from the collective West, from Wall Street in London. Okay.
Don't let the door hit
now
your
they're open.
Yeah, don't let the door smack your little dick on the way out, Troy. Bye.
This.
Well said.
Establishing new payment banking systems in Turkey, the Russian mirror system in Turkey. And
my favorite part,
actually doing these.
My favorite part of blocking a cunt like that is the bong rip I do right after. It's like smoking a cigarette after sex. I love it.
It's in these reserve currencies. And they're doing away with the dollar in the EU. The EU is declining as a result of that day by day. The more gas for ruble payments that go forward, the more declines. And now Russia is doing this. Let's take a look. Russia continues to stockpile Forex reserves. Russia's international holdings have reached $580.6 billion as of August 12th, according to data published by the country's central bank on Thursday. Moscow has been boosting its reserves as a shield against sanctions. The central bank regularly publishes updates on its reserves with a 1-week lag. International reserves consist of foreign currency funds.
Hinkle has a retainer in.
It's a retainer? That's what I thought. It's like, is it braces?
James McGill. Cheers, nay.
Like I could shame fucking Jackson Hinkle's appearance, but anyway, I digress. This is the wrong video. He was talking about something else. So let me find the correct video. I just realized this was one of the videos I watched, but he was talking about, let me just see if I can find it.
Everybody, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, here it is. Cold winter. I found it. My bad. Here it is.
Mayor sounds alarm over the winter crisis.
Here it is.
Millions of people in the UK could find themselves unable to put food on the table.
And look, I apologize to all of you right now for playing you the wrong video. This is the correct one, and it took us totally off the wrong track, even though he was making good sense on that last video too about the dollar versus the ruble. Very important stuff, and you guys should be paying attention to all of this. I don't care if you're getting it from Hinkle or anywhere else, but you should be paying attention to what's going on with economies. What's going on with China is huge right now, too. So China's got a housing bubble that's about to burst. I don't know if we mentioned it on this show yet. But, hey, for the 5 people that just walked out on me, good. Go fuck off. You don't deserve to hear what we're going to be talking about because it's going to affect y'all negatively, and you're not going to be prepared for it because your 5 cunt asses just walked out on me. So go fucking cunt off. Fuck you.
At Nice Garden Show at Truthia News for the full podcast experience.
And heat their homes this coming winter if the government doesn't intervene, London Mayor Sadiq Khan said on Saturday.
The 6 people that just cunted off. Good. Don't listen to what we're about to talk about. Fuck off. And for the 14 of you that stayed,
sitcom name.
For the 14 of you that stayed, you're going to learn something here. You're going to learn a couple things on this show this morning that are very, very vital to your fucking survival. So pay attention.
Boss. Hashtag Nay Chill. Big Mac 83. I'm here.
Nene obviously hasn't been here for a while. I think she just.
Boss. I have not been here in a while.
Yeah, and you just told me to chill, Nene, on my show? Is that what you just did?
We've seen nothing like this before, Khan wrote on Twitter, referring to soaring energy prices and record inflation of more than 10%. We're facing a winter for millions. It won't be about choosing between heating or eating, but tragically being able to afford neither.
Boss.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
All right, well, I'm not gonna.
Boss.
I
have not.
I'm not gonna chill, and you should know better than to fucking tell me what to do on my goddamn live stream. Okay, your apologies accepted. Thank you.
But I'm sorry.
I accept it. Cheers.
The energy crisis and economic crisis in the UK are hitting their populations very hard already. Okay, and their governments are preparing for the worst because they know that it is going to get much, much, much more dystopian and apocalyptic as the months go on closer and closer to winter. The UK is a country who, oddly enough, has distanced themselves from the EU in recent years, but still finds themselves victim to much of the same brain rot, neoliberal, imperialist ideology that so embodies the EU. And now they're having to suffer.
Or you know what, Mark? This is the way I look at it. Maybe I'm just mad about shit and I want to yell about it, and I don't give a fuck who's listening at this time. I don't even give a fuck anymore. I'm just mad and I'm yelling. If you want to listen along and you want to learn something, good, then you've come to the right podcast. But I don't care about teaching anybody anything anymore now at this point. This is what social media has done to me.
Ramifications. Take a look at this story right here.
It's made me bitter.
Mayor sounds alarm over the winter crisis. Millions of people in the UK could find themselves unable to put food on the table.
Thanks, buddy.
And heat their homes this coming winter if the government doesn't intervene, London Mayor Sadiq Khan said on Saturday. We've seen nothing like this before, Khan wrote on Twitter, referring to soaring energy prices and record inflation of more than 10%. We're facing a winter for millions. It won't be about choosing between heating or eating, but tragically being able to afford neither.
I learn a lot from you.
Nene's just rusty. She's out of practice. She'll catch on again.
Do you guys hear that? Because listen, I think I remember many, many instances in which I've been called a Putin puppet, a Russian propagandist, because I've pointed out this unfortunate reality. But now we're seeing the mayor of London itself, coming out and saying that it's not a matter. Let me get this quote for you one more time. Quote, we are facing a winter where millions
Listen,
won't be able to choose between heating or eating, but tragically being able to afford neither.
That's some of our audience members,
this
man.
This cannot happen, the mayor insisted.
That's some of the people that watch this show.
Needs to step in so that people can meet their basic needs. This is insane. He said, we've seen nothing like this before. Look at this. Average household bills in the UK. October 2018 through April 2022 or October 2021. You can look at this here.
I wonder if
there has been a price cap on energy bills. Okay, so they don't, pass any sort of crazy.
He's 22 years old, and when you make these jokes about him being a little kid, it just hits so hard. It's so funny. I love this shit. I love when you say, I wonder if he's had his nap and his juice box, because he is only 22 years old. He is still a little kid. I mean, dude, just think, 10 years ago, I was wheeling, 10 years ago, I had moved to fucking California already. I had moved to California, was growing huge trees. 10 years ago, he was fucking 12. He was 12 years old when I was putting huge cannabis trees in the ground. It's fucking hilarious. You're like, dude, you wonder if he's had his nap and his juice box. Dude, and he may have lost his binky.
Levels. There's been a price cap to make sure that people can actually pay for basic.
I'm going to be dead soon. So I get to make fun of the kids. That's my, I get to do this.
There is not a single hair on his head.
He's got his whole life ahead of him.
Good. Sorry, you can't see all the details.
At least a good 10 years while the planet is still livable.
This is a good thing. This was a good thing that they had this price cap, because it prevented from price gouging in the midst of what we now have, a global economic and energy crisis. Okay? Now we've got inflation prices, economic prices. That's why we're seeing the Don't Pay UK campaign, which is aiming to sign up 1 million people to say that we won't pay for our crazy inflated energy bills throughout the winter time. The UK government has said that they will pay for 50% of the increased projected costs in energy prices above the previously set about prices that you saw on that graph between October 2018 and October 2021. So they said they're going to pay for half.
His perfect fucking hair.
Increase is costing them £12 billion.
God damn, that pisses me off.
4 to 6 times the amount of aid that they've sent into Ukraine for the entire war. And it's costing them £12 billion to address for 50% of the increase in energy costs. So what are they doing? They're sticking the other $12 billion on the people of the UK.
Where is my dears?
Energy prices are projected to increase 145%.
Hey, Matt.
And that's probably a moderate estimate coming from the UK office. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets much, much, much worse than that. Do you understand what happens when populations are expected to pay 200% increases to meet basic needs like energy, gas, food, these sorts of things? You have the collapse. You have the collapse of an economy. You have the collapse of a society. I can't even talk about this because it's so insane. And the most insane part of all is that no one is talking about this. Even people I really like, they're like, oh, I heard.
Wait till he mentions the Nord Stream pipeline.
That are living in the UK right now that are like, yeah, I just tried not to, look at that stuff. I'm trying to avoid it. It's pretty scary.
Like the rest of you guys.
In the UK.
Just try not to think about it, right?
Happen there? I'm not being
Sounds like my mom.
This is actually unfolding.
My mom's like, I don't need to worry about that. It doesn't concern me. And I'm like, God.
People are not going to be able to pay for food or their gas.
Sound like a fucking
and it's
Republican.
not going to be a matter of whether or not they, divvy up their expenses and try to reallocate certain expenses and change their payment methods or these sorts of things. No, it's a matter of them just not being able to pay.
Collect water,
okay,
water them.
This is a Malthusian worldview ideology in effect. This is the Great Reset agenda in effect. It is a degrowth depop agenda in effect, and it's going to hit the UK very, very hard. Do I think that Richie Sunak or Liz Truss is going to come in and save the day? Or do I think that they are going to exacerbate the crisis? I think it's the latter. I think that's what we're going to see. We'll see. We'll watch. We'll watch. I don't know. But I would not be surprised if they exacerbate this crisis.
Did you guys hear him mention the Nord Stream 2 pipeline yet?
In Europe right now. Gas shortage. Freezing temperatures.
Here it is.
Firewood hoarding.
Gas
Just how
shortage.
bad could things get this winter?
That was a gas pipeline.
Having to deal with an issue of firewood hoarding. Because there's not going to be enough firewood. Because everyone's already starting to hoard firewood because they know that they're not going to be able to pay their bills for energy to keep the heater on. Or to turn on their stove. You're gonna have people that are going to be trying to cook outside in the middle of winter via like a pot over a wood burning fire. And what does Rishi Sunak say? What does the UK? What does Liz Truss say? What do all these people say? Well, according to this UK chancellor, he says, "Well, blame Putin. This is Putin's fault, not your fault. Take a look."
He just said he knows what.
Blame Putin for economic failings. UK chancellor says. The next UK prime minister needs to point the finger at Russian President Vladimir Putin and blame him for Britain's economic woes. The UK chancellor of the Exchequer has said, according to a Times report on Friday. Speaking at a public event on Friday, Nadine Zahawi
What state are you in?
Conservatives need to remind people that global gas prices have soared due to Moscow's military campaign in Ukraine. If they fail to do so, the Labour Party could gain political
they're failing to mention the Nord Stream 2 pipeline was basically ended by the United States and Germany, which would have given them all the gas they needed.
The advice was apparently addressed to UK Foreign Secretary Liz Truss and former Finance Minister Rishi Sunak.
And this is what Ted Cruz and Joe Biden wanted to get rid of.
Johnson. Zahawi, who
and I could show you the video of Ted Cruz.
Support to Truss. The Chancellor's advice comes after the UK's consumer price inflation surged
up all of Joe Biden's freaking
1% per annum
appointees
according
over the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. It's hard. I can't find the video. It's hard to find that fucking video.
That the growth in inflation was largely fueled by rise in food prices. Earlier, the agency also said that real wages in Britain, after accounting for inflation, had plunged by an additional 3% in the April to June period.
Flags up here now.
Lastly, on Thursday, Zoe said that Putin is deliberately using the energy as a tool to get back at us for the help we're putting into Ukraine, and that is obviously impacting families because of energy costs. Let me be as honest with you
as
I can in the most succinct fashion
that I can.
Listen, express myself in. This statement from Zahawi is one of the most retarded things that I've ever read from a politician. How?
That's as succinct and direct and clear that Jackson Hinkle could have been at that moment. That's what he came up with. Oh, it's a shining moment in this podcast. I fucking love that. I knew it was coming up. I've only seen this once.
Vladimir Putin's fault when you are the ones, your globalist collective Western leadership are the ones who said that the Nord Stream 2 pipeline could not operate. You're not going to let it operate. It would have more than doubled the amount of flow of gas into Europe from Russia, but they said no because they wanted to virtue signal and tell Putin, no, sorry, we don't like you. We don't play with you anymore.
Sense of humor.
2 pipeline could not ship are the ones who said that the Nord Stream 2 pipeline could not operate. You're not going to let it operate. It would have collective Western leadership are the ones. Collective Western leadership are the ones who said that
collective Western leadership. Now, this pipeline was going to go from Russia to Germany, and part of that leadership that decided to end this was Germany. They signed on. Germany signed on to to America's, and UK's or whoever the fuck wrote the legislation to end this pipeline. And Jackson Hinkle makes the fucking best point here. And now I had already made a similar point years ago on my show when I said, taking down a source of energy for another country is fucking stupid. And my example was, how would we feel if we were trying to build a pipeline to Mexico or Canada and Russia came in and destroyed it? That's exactly what we're fucking doing to Russia, and that pipeline between Russia and Germany and Europe that was going to supply Europe with all this gas that would have given them all the energy they needed to get through this winter, right? You get what you fucking deserve. You put these fucking cunts in charge of your countries to lead you, and you get what you fucking deserve. Now, these people in London should be out in the streets bringing that government the fuck down for this bullshit. This is what Ted Cruz wanted, and this is what Joe Biden eventually signed on to. And they call it Putin's inflation, Putin's price hike. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at what they did.
The Nord Stream 2 pipeline could not operate. You're not going to let it operate. It would have more than doubled the amount of flow of gas into Europe from Russia, but they said no because they wanted to virtue signal and tell Putin, no, sorry, we don't like you. We don't want to play with you anymore. How is it Putin's fault when you are the ones who approved a 90% ban on Russian crude imports into the EU, and it will probably eventually, you're probably going to eventually aim it to be a 100% ban. We know that when they were merely talking about this, energy prices skyrocketed.
Do you think
they skyrocketed.
Politicians changed?
And then when they passed this, and what was it, the 6th round of sanctions? When they passed this and said that they were actually going to move forward with the oil ban, what happened? Energy prices.
Jimmy Carter was the last honest president that this country ever had. Josh G. And there have been plenty of criminal presidents since. And for some reason, we just watch it. I wonder if Graham Elwood ever covered the Nord Stream 2 pipeline shutdown. I'd love to see his take on it.
Rocketed. What about when the Nord Stream 1 pipeline went from 70% flow capacity to 20% flow capacity to this week for 3 days, it's gone to 0% flow capacity? What happened? Each time that happened, energy prices skyrocketed. And those decreases in flow were due to Western sanctions. What about when Ukraine shut down the flow of Russian gas and pipelines through their country in Europe? Gas prices skyrocketed. This is all coordinated and orchestrated by these exact figures, yet they are placing the blame upon Vladimir Putin because their populations have been indoctrinated. They've been brainwashed to believe otherwise. They've been brainwashed to believe that Putin is the modern Hitler, and therefore a Richie Sunak or Liz Truss or Boris Johnson could do no wrong.
420.
That they could not be responsible for the economic woes that average Britons are facing. But I don't think that's going to last. I think people are waking up to this, and I hope to see it.
There you go, guys. So, I mean, you could go watch it in my video back in California where I said the Nord Stream. Let's find that goddamn Ted Cruz video. All right, it's Ted Cruz denying Biden appointees.
Sean Eke Trendioka.
Shit.
Shutting the Nord's pipeline off.
All right. Ted Cruz denying Biden appointees for the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Keystone Pipeline. This was the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. He's also doing he was talking about the Keystone Pipeline. Here, wait.
So are Cruz and Hawley, though, entirely to blame for the slow progress of getting ambassadors and other senior officials confirmed? I mean, you did say that it took some time for some of these names to get, launched. So is there more at play here?
They're not showing any of the footage.
They really were slow in getting these names
Oh,
forward.
wait.
I remember the first maybe dozen or so briefings when we had in the briefing room, all the State Department reporters. It's an energy.
They're just pictures of fucking Ted Cruz. It's worthless. This one this isn't showing him deny the nominees.
The senator from Texas is right.
But this was him denying. This was him talking about it.
I want to talk today about Russia. I want to talk about Vladimir Putin. I want to describe to this chamber a bipartisan victory that together we won. And then I want to describe tragically how President Joe Biden is giving that victory away to Putin and Russia. To understand this issue, we need to go back to the summer of 2019. In the summer of 2019, Russia was in the process
Christoph
of constructing
54.
a pipeline
Oh, yes.
called the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Behind me is a map demonstrating where the Nord Stream 2 pipeline runs. It is a pipeline that was to run from Russia to Germany, going underneath the Baltic Sea. The summer of 2019, the pipeline was nearly
Fried
complete.
drive.
At various periods in time.
Cruz looks like he was scared half to death once.
There was widespread consensus
All right, let me change this over.
that if this pipeline were completed, it would have devastating consequences. In a few minutes, I will discuss those consequences in greater detail. But in an effort to stop the devastating consequences, I worked on bipartisan legislation along with Senator Jeanne Shaheen, Democrat from New Hampshire. And we introduced bipartisan sanctions legislation designed to stop the Nord Stream 2 pipeline.
All right, I'm going to speed this up.
That legislation, when we introduced it, was almost immediately subject to a Russian disinformation campaign. In Europe, the Russians were saying to anyone who would listen that the Cruz-Shaheen sanction legislation could never pass, that there was no way Congress would come together in a bipartisan manner to stop the Nord Stream 2, that it was hopeless, that no one needed to be concerned that this legislation could pass. They also made the argument as part of their disinformation campaign that the pipeline was nearly complete, so that U.S. sanctions could not stop it. There was nothing that could be done to stop it. Well, Mr. President, to the surprise of nobody who follows these issues, that Russian disinformation was precisely that. It was disinformation. It was lies. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Senator Shaheen and I worked with our colleagues, and our legislation was initially voted out of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee by an overwhelming bipartisan vote of 20-2. Overwhelming bipartisan support. At that point, Senator Shaheen and I began working to get it passed on the floor of the Senate. While we were doing so, the Russian disinformation continued. This cannot pass. We endeavored to have our sanctions legislation attacked.
Mark Postma.
So the
Love
National
double
Defense
time
Authorization Act, which was
push.
moving in the fall and winter of 2019. To do so, Mr. President, was not easy. To do so, we needed to get the explicit sign-off of the chairman and the ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. We needed the explicit sign-off of the chairman and the ranking member of the Senate Armed Services Committee. We needed the explicit sign-off of the chairman and ranking member of the Senate Banking Committee. And then we needed the explicit sign-off of Senator McConnell and Senator Schumer, the Republican and Democratic leader, respectively. All 8 of those individuals, all 8 of those senators needed to agree with our legislation for this to proceed on the NDAA. And then, Mr. President, we had to do the exact same thing in the House of Representatives and get the chairman and ranking member.
He's making a really good case for his legislation, isn't he?
Nancy Pelosi and Kevin McCarthy.
Sounds like he's saying everybody
To
agreed.
get the explicit support of all 16 of those congressional leaders, 8 Republicans and 8 Democrats, in any world is not easy. And I will say, on my part and Senator Shaheen's part, we invested dozens, if not hundreds of hours in terms of talking to our colleagues to build that bipartisan consensus.
Hear that?
And we ended up getting that overwhelming support.
Hear that?
In many ways,
They all agreed.
that support was miraculous. Why is that? Well, one of the reasons why Nord Stream 2 is particularly problematic is that Russia is building Nord Stream 2 in order to cut off Ukraine. There is currently a pipeline running through Ukraine, and through Nord Stream 2, Russia has the power to starve Ukraine. Why is it miraculous in December of 2019 that we're able to pass this legislation? Well, if you recall what was happening in the House of Representatives in December of 2019, the House of Representatives was in the middle of impeaching President Donald Trump for alleged high crimes and misdemeanors concerning Ukraine. If you recall, Mr. President, from the trial we held on the Senate floor, central to the allegations that were raised by Democrats against President Trump was conduct concerning Ukraine. It remains astonishing that right in the middle of a partisan gladiatorial battle concerning Ukraine, simultaneously we were able to get Republicans and Democrats to work hand in hand to agree with complete consensus that we were going to come together and stop the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. We were going to stop what Vladimir Putin was doing.
There you go. So if you were listening to what Jackson Hinkle just said, and you've watched this show for as long as hopefully you've been watching it, you can see whose fault it is that a bunch of people in the UK are going to be starving and without heat during this winter. We had no good reason to go over there and fuck with Russia's energy. And if they were going to be creating more energy for the rest of the world, we thought that was a good idea to stop that, because competition, that's capitalism, man, at the highest level. So at the highest level of capitalism, you go to war so you can make more money. I fucking gotta get high, dude. My brain just broke. Dude, is that a seed?
Friday. Late to the show.
Oh, it's been so long. Hello. Oh, what do we have here, Mr. Chandina? I have a little surprise for you. When you come back to visit, perhaps a little seed. Would you like to see it in its natural habitat? Indeed. Sophisticated Nay here, of course, reporting in. If you want to see this, there is a seed inside this bowl here.
And Rashi, I would love to do a gorilla grow.
That seed is at the bottom of the bowl.
Christophe 54. Excellent.
That bottom of the bowl is a seed. There is a seed. Gorilla Glue. There is a Gorilla Glue seed here.
Just take a look at it. Brep Ide. I remember you used to look at the seeds. Daniel and Rashi. Nice stripes. Christophe 54. Okay.
Oh, indeed, I see a seed here. Indeed, I see a seed. Autofocus operate. Both loud.
Ide. Additive patterns.
Autofocus on. This is so special, this is so special, nice, hin. What do we have here? I see a seed, hin.
Hey, cool to think about that, and Chili Viking 6 pounds. Fried Drive. Schlemiel, Schlimmassel, Hassen Pfeffer Incorporated equals MC squared. Daniel and Rashi. That is our apple seed.
That is Gorilla Glue.
Cannabis Hills. Could be the beginning.
Gorilla Glue. Wow.
And Rashi, I buy it from you.
In a container. container for seeds, man. You need a container for seeds, man. What do I got here, man? I got this. And I got this. Perfect.
54. Feuer, 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 angespannter Bizeps.
The Foya. That's funny.
Daniel and Rashi, would you sell me the seed?
Seed.
Daniel and Rashi, lol.
Now. And now the seed is in this jar. Beflau. Very nice. Okay, so I found a freaking seed, man. Holy shit. I was talking about that the other day. Remember, I was like, dude, this is the Gorilla Glue. It's got seeds. And I haven't been checking it for seeds. You know? And there's going to be a seed probably somewhere in this.
Stoffe 54. Code the seeds Victor
I had found like
Daniel and Rashi.
fucking 15 of them in California. They're all still sitting over there.
Very nice.
Ah! God damn. Keep it in a dark place.
Drive. Welcome to Walt Disney World, Berlin. You will be confined to the west side of the wall. Bread and water is at 6 p.m. No talking.
No talking. Oh boy. Man, I wonder how long ago that was when I was talking about Nord Stream 2 and Ted Cruz on Nays Garden.
And Rashi. So what's on the menu for today night?
Because I said it, man. I said, I remember the commentary exactly. I said, America has no business interfering in Russia's ability to sell energy to Germany. I said, and in doing so, that in itself is an act of war. And I said, how would we feel if Russia was doing it and we were trying to do business with a local country here? The exact same thing. And it's like these cunts that we have lead us, they don't have the ability to have that empathy to realize what it would be like if Russia was doing it to them. You know, it's fucking, they're psychotic. Ted Cruz is psychotic. Joe Biden is psychotic. Western leadership, like Jackson Hinkle said, is fucking psychotic. I'll smoke to that. Cheers.
And Rashi. How would that car bomb that killed the Russian guy's daughter? James Meckel. Cheers everyone und night.
Oh, it's so comfortable in here now.
Christophe 54. Health nice. Cannabis Hills. The only thing I had a problem with
sick of
is
being
that
hot.
they put it under the water, and if there was a problem, it would stop that water for a long time.
Health, Christoph. 54. Cheers, James. Daniel, how about that car bomb that killed the Russian guy's daughter? Yeah, I believe we covered that on the show. Ukraine commits an act of war. It's during a war.
Smoker.
They attacked a citizen, and Russia will respond to that, and there's going to be a lot of Ukrainian people that are going to get killed now because of what they decided to do. That guy that they were trying to kill, her dad, was an outspoken critic of what Ukraine was doing in the Donbass region, murdering people. And he wanted Russia to take Donbass to stop the killing that was going on, the shelling. So they try to call him an extremist for that, and they're just a bunch of cunts for doing that. That's exactly what they are, for saying that man was a monster. And for claiming that he was Putin's brain. That was what came up. Putin's brain! And then like 2 days later, all like, oh, he's not Putin's brain. He's not Putin's brain. Okay, I found out he's not Putin's brain. Yeah, you guys are idiots. You guys are fucking idiots. She was a far right that constantly slandered Western Asia. Oh no, I'm not saying she was an innocent victim. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she was a civilian, and that is true. She was a civilian. And, her father was the actual target, obviously,
Stufe 54. Exget.
Do you know that some people are taking, supposedly, you don't know what to believe in the news today. I don't know what to believe when I hear it, so I don't even say it. Yeah. So, Ukraine is dropping bombs of landmines in the Donbass region. You can watch videos of them trying to sweep them off the street, throwing tires on them to explode them. This guy gets hit by one of them. We talked about it on the show. I showed you guys the video on the show of that guy sweeping mines in Donbass. That's against the international, they've got international law about war crimes. Landmines are banned, and yet Ukraine is using them on their own people. Landmines that are being spread from the air. You got to imagine this. They're little things. They look like, you know what they look like, man? You ever have seen one of those sticks with the little a little propeller on it? And you do that and it flies up and shit. It kind of looks like a little propeller. It looks like a little propeller, kind of. They're small, they're probably fit inside the palms of your hand, right? But it if you step on it, it explodes, and it's like it has shrapnel, and it blows people's feet off of their leg. Understand that. Dog will walk across it, whatever. Fucking blow them apart.
Safegeist rieb Amine with the fucking cartel.
Yeah, he ended up getting caught shrapnel.
It worked.
He caught shrapnel off of that, Billy, off of that explosion. You'll see he got hit in the back. So, understand what Ukraine is doing. They're breaking international law, and America is fueling this. And I'm hearing stalemate. Everyone's saying that Ukraine can't sustain this at all. It's funny how fast everything turns around and flips in the media. But I could show you, all of these news agencies that are reporting that now. And who's saying it and what, but this is the business of war. So they're doing business, and they're in the business of doing business, and they choose war to be their fucking business. They're idiots. Dude, is there another seed in here? Seed me, baby. Seed me, baby.
Stufe 54. God bless you, lächelnder Smiley mit Heiligenschein, Taube, grünes Herz. Cannabis Hills. Jetzt 6 Jahre all Idiots.
Do what now? Do what now? Psst. Nobody's even doing what now anymore, pal. Psst. Should I mixersons? Shall I mixies? Mixies, A little bit of the mixies, Perchance, a little bit of the mixersons, mixertons. A little bit of the mixersons. There couldn't possibly be a seed in this one because this is the cherry pie. This one didn't have seeds. It just looks like a seed on top right there. It's funny. Okay, so. Oh, cherry pie. Wow. Fucking cherry pie, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Bro Mandalorian. Morning Gesicht mit Cowboy Hat.
You guys, once again, Trendy Bro Mandalorian is here. You know, one thing I don't have, I'm pretty sure, on this computer, I don't have a link to that video. The fuck you video. That he produced that fuck you video. That's Trendy Bro Mandalorian in the chat, everybody. That's the guy who made the fuck you video. You're dabbing before work. I wish you could hang, bro. Wish you could hang, bro. Hashtag keep it open, bro. Hashtag Bluetooth, bro. Hashtag in-ear monitor, bro. Cheers, everybody. No law regarding cannabis.
Friday. Love that clip.
Hey, Trendy Brendo, the Bro Mandalorian, will you give me a direct link in the chat to the fuck you video, please?
Breath Friday. OG clip. James Meckle. Tears. Trendy Bro Mandalorian. CHERSSS.
I'll get a copyright warning for it, but I don't care. It was on Vimeo. He put that shit on Vimeo, yo. I wish he'd put it on YouTube. He made like 3 or 4 different videos.
I call you Montage Smiley mit Freudentränen.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude. Fuck. What the fuck, dude? Dude, that cherry pie on top of that fucking Gorilla Glue just fucked me up big time, son. What? What, man? Damn. I got space, man. Activities. Think of all the activities we could do, man.
Stone to the bone.
Ow. Oh, fuck. That was real pain. I forgot about that. I can't do any activities right now. I couldn't even do my push-ups this morning because I hurt my tricep. I forgot. I was having fun. Dude, somebody please make a clip of that. Me hurting my arm just now. Will someone please make a clip of that and put that on Twitter for me, please? From YouTube. Use the little scissors thing at the bottom, guys. Oh my god, that shit is so fucking hilarious. I'm such a fucking idiot, dude. Oh my god. Dude, I got so much room back here, though. Holy shit. Dude. I got room. Bro, I got room to hang out. Room to stretch out, dude. I can pull my shirt down. Fucking hang out and shit, bro. Turn my fan on, bro. Turn my fan on, bro. Just chill, bro. Just chill like I'm chill like fucking Michael Bolton.
Stitches I like Frankenstein right now. I had a
Goddamn MTV shit. Sure. I'm sorry to hear that, James. Man, it sucks, bro. Sorry, you got stitches in your face, man. It sucks. Fucking Ted Cruz, dude. Trying to take down the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. They finally got it done. They did it. It's what he wanted. And when they finally do it, look at what's going on with the UK right now. So they're getting starved out from their own goddamn sanctions. Their own Western sanctions. It's fucking crazy. You guys like that? I bet you fucking hate it. Oh, man. Dude, this thing isn't really like lightweight per se. I would say it probably weighs close to fucking 20 pounds. Somewhere around that region. But I should definitely download the fucking... Let me know, there's a little card. I think you scan it for the app.
Smeckel. It sounds good. Okay, Zeichen.
So it totally came with a thing to scan for this app. That you download this app, which I haven't even done that yet. You download this app. I don't even know where my fucking phone is. And then you got this card here. And it's got this sticker on it. It's got the scan thing that you scan with your phone into the app. So I'm going to get the goddams. Dedicated software. This thing will plug into my computer with a USB cord, it says. But I don't have that kind of a cable with me. It's that weird kind of USB. It's the square one with like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-sided, weird looking USB cable. It's called like USB, 3 or so. It's got some weird names. USB C or USB T or whatever the fuck. So I would need that cable, and then I could plug that into my computer, which would be cool. So you gotta download this fucking software. It's not on your phone. It's on your computer. Download the software. So I have to go to this website here, bosstonecentral.com. Backup effects. You can edit the effect settings. I gotta try this, but I just don't have it's got to be connected, so I got to get the cable. So it's not what I thought. I thought I was downloading an app onto my smartphone, scanning it with that thing. But I guess not. It doesn't say that there is an app. Why did I think that there was an app? You can also use dedicated software to edit the settings of the internal effects. You must install the USB driver when connecting the unit to your computer. You got to download it from the Roland website for details. Christoph, bye. Take care. For details, hashtag keep it open, Christoph. Line out, Jack. No. No, it doesn't show a smartphone. Because it would show like a little smartphone, bro. Using the effects. Chorus, phaser, compressor, flanger, limiter. Digital delay. Phaser. Wah-wah, flanger, heavy octave, right, that's that low, and pitch shifter modulate. It says what each one does. Tremolo, digital delay on bank A and bank B. And that says knob, reverb, green, plate, spring, hall. I like hall. I like hall reverb. It's like the hall. I don't know.
Bei der Typemaking a klippert Wunschere right party clipped.
It wouldn't share, bruh. What? I don't know, but I need to buy this. I need to buy me one of these USB cables. So I got a 15-foot cable coming for the for the output to go right into the computer. That's one way I'll be able to output the sound. The other way, I don't know if it's not going to mute the guitar amp. got a headphone jack. So if I plug that in, that's got to mute the amp, right? Phones. Port out. I don't know, dude. Now I'm confused. I don't know. You would think, no, you would like, I don't know. You can't mute the amp. Right? Plugging something into that's not going to mute it.
Friday. Got the new Xbox and flight sim. Want to get a plane yoke. Total Beach makes a nice one.
Dude, I just realized I have a second guitar cable out there that I could plug in and test that right now. Just plug my guitar in and plug a XLR in, and if the XLR mutes the amp, that'd be fucking crazy. Is that how that shit's supposed to work? It's not supposed to mute the amp, is it? Because you still want to hear the speaker. Right? I'll know probably as soon as I plug another cable in, man. Let me go grab that other cable that I bought. Now I got a use for it. Of course, my cat was laying on it. All right, let's find out. Let's do a little test here. This cable is right here. We don't want to take this cable while it's plugged into the front and then like plug it into the back to test. That wouldn't be a good idea. So we'll just plug the guitar in like this. Take it like this. Plug it in right there. Okay, now let's grab this cable. We'll see how hard this cable is to extract out of this packaging. So we just need this cable to plug it in. So I don't even need to untangle it. We're just going to plug it into this thing and see what happens. And then we'll know. Okay, so let's turn it on. Okay, the amp is on. And I'll just... not hearing anything. For some reason. Why aren't I hearing anything? Oh.
Drive. You were right. Fall is my season. I've been selling hand over fist.
Okay, now I'm going to plug this in to the back and see what happens when I plug this in the back. It silences the amp. That's good. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. I want to be able to hear it in my headphones, in my computer, when I run that output. So that's cool. And it doesn't matter what I do here, which is great, man. There's no way to turn it on. That would be cool, though, if there was a way to engage it. So that's when you do that. See that? There's no, and that one is the, oh, for the pedal. And then this one is amp in, power amp in, it says.
I didn't get any notifications today. I'd never known you were on if I wasn't scrolling YouTube.
Wow, man, that's crazy, brother. But that's how YouTube wants it, and you have notifications turned on to all notifications, right? Have you gone to my page and made sure you always get all notifications, don't you?
Bleib all day. 11 von meinen Channel-Augen.
Oh man, dude, I got brand new guitar picks right here. I just realized that. 11 on main channel.
Yep, all on.
Yeah. You guys should all be on the main channel. There's 11 people there. It's fantastic. Thank you, guys. There's a lot of twisting going on here. That's twisting the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so I got a little bit more room to play my guitar now. Not hit the window. Right? Which is nice. I just got to remember my tricep, you know? 'Cause I can't play for any length of time because my arm is so messed up.
Is that a new guitar?
This is one of the oldest guitars that I've got. That I've owned. Not one of the oldest guitars that I own, but one of the guitar. It's hard to say. The guitar is like a 19. I think this is like a. So what year is this thing? An 88. It's a 1988. I got older guitars, but I've had this one for the longest amount of time. I got this at the music stand, man. In Longwood, the music stand. A long time ago. No, it was Keller Music, I think. So I've got now in front of me, I've got this manual, and it tells me any sound that I want to make. It shows me where they all are. So like if I want to turn off that breathing sound, I should be able to control all that now, because this is like the key to all of that. So it shows me what knob. One says modulator, booster. One says effects delay, and one says reverb. Like if I want to put it on hall reverb, it would be on orange. The reverb should be on orange, and it is. That's exactly where I want the reverb to be. So that's funny. Okay. So there's pitch shifter, heavy octave, flanger, wah-wah, phaser, and tremolo. I guess flanger would be red on bank B.
I was with my mom as a kid at a music store when she was buying a guitar and the salesman was Joe Walsh.
Red on bank B. So I don't know. It says channel 1, channel 2. Red. And I'm talking about red on the effects delay button. Effects delay button would be red. Effects delay would be red. That's red. So that's the sound I think I'm looking for. And then just give it some bite. Spent the last years Rocky Mountain Way. Couldn't get much higher. Out to pasture, think it's safe to say it's time to open fire. Well, you can't bring the latest. Can't tell the story sad. Oh, Rocky Mountain Way, better than the way. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Braun. Teufelsgruß, 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 Kerze.
So this one needs a little bit more delay on it.
Feuer, Feuer, Feuer.
A little too heavy. That's funny. Huh? There it is.
Cool.
Christmas party never ends. It couldn't be easier because you're just walking up from where it is. It's half steps. So you're just like. Well, it's all about the every day there's a new thing coming. Every time there's a news. Every little sound to the sound of that song. You can hear the music that night. It's a part of the Lone Star State. People don't seem to care. They just keep on looking to the east. James says, are all the effects on the amp that you're using? Yeah, they're all on the amp. It's built in this little amp, dude. Everything. It's amazing. It's called the goddamn Boss Katana. It's little tiny thing. It's right there. What you're hearing is a half of an amplifier, a half of a watt. Cool. Here, listen. This is a half. Watch. That'll rip your fucking head off right there. That's 25 watts right there. Look at all the overdrive I can get.
That's about as good.
Dude, that's a half of a watt. I am playing on half of a watt. And it's got this low note. Watch this. Well, let me turn the delay down. You could change the time. But it's fine. Right here, listen. Listen to that shit. That's not it. I think I've got that effect on, right? There it is. There it is.
Only the fact was because I downloaded when I plugged that in my big speakers. Numbers didn't say wrong track noise. My great and pleasant to advance. I have 2 rules so a bunch of puzzles.
This thing is obnoxious, dude.
Yo Glücksfehler.
God, this thing's so quiet. You imagine if I was just rocking it. Oh, fuck, man. I want a little drum machine. Plug a little drum machine in this. Have the drum back on
CX.
It's all about the amp, bro. What's all these effects? You hear that? It's all one string. It's good to listen to the effect and just go to the rhythm of that. My fingers are totally numb right now. I'm also playing with a brand new guitar pick, which is awesome. It makes it a lot easier to play. You get new strings and a new guitar pick. These are not new strings, but this amplifier is fucking unbelievable. And anybody who's looking to get their kid an amp and get them into playing guitar or whatever, dude, this is the amp I would tell them to get them, because you can make this sound totally clean, regular distortion or whatever, but you can make it sound like, and you want to get into a band, play cover songs, or make your own music.
Metal. I love it.
It's great for writing your own music. You come up with all kinds of shit, you know? So that's got to be the WA, which has got to be A red, bank A red under the delay effects. Effects, yeah, it's there. Yeah, turns that off. So now, see, I've got the fucking buttons right here. It's a little complicated. So now we've got like the phaser on, which is green. Effects delay, orange. Heavy octave pitch. Okay, so let's get that off. We're going to change that from orange to... We don't want it on anything, really. It's kind of funny. I mean, so we just turn that off. We can just turn that off because that's the effects. So we can just turn the effects knob off. Just turn the knob off. So there's just too much. There's too much. Too much delay. What do you think of that? You could get a better sound out of that, I think. It's really bassy. Turn the mid-range up. Turn the gain down. Preamp. Studio walls, concert hall. Echo with the sounds of salesmen, of salesmen, of salesmen. It's like it goes like a. It's so hard for me to play that little one here, one here, here. I gotta quit trying to play it so much. You know? Gets high on you, the space he invades, it gets by on you.
Kerze, 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 Kerze.
I love playing those chords. Those are fun chords. I think it's going to rain out here. It's looking like it might. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, you guys want to hit over there? Hey, is this now, baby, maybe she's in need of a kiss. I said, hey, what's your game, baby? Are we trying to see things the same? She said, whoa, let's play, yes. Let's roll before they raise the parking rate. Ow! Oh, now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, all right now. Hit that wrong chord. Maybe I should play it more like that. I should play it more like that. Like it's breathing. Took her home, yeah, to my place. Watched every move on her face. I said, hey, what's your game, baby? Help me try to see things the same. I don't know this part. Don't you think that love can last? She said, love, Lord above. Now you're trying to trick me in love. Ow. Baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now. We're so happy together. Baby, it's all right. Everything's all right. My fingers totally went numb right there. Oh my God, I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I should cut that sugar out of my diet again. Total sugar cut. It would help a lot, man.
Wie das. Hashtag Naira again, how nice things do. Imadidis. Hashtag Nasat. Nick Braun. Raute nice Herz. Imadidis. Raute best Show.
like that little thing right there. That was fun and funky. Hope you liked it too. I hope you guys enjoyed the 2-hour show. Yes, that's right. I gave you 2 hours of live stream entertainment today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. All right. You guys take care. Love you guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. I'll see you on the next one. Okay. Watch. There'll be a bear. I'll turn off the show and a bear will fucking walk out in the backyard. You know? So I'll just give it. Because I'm doing some cleaning around here, man. I'm going to do this whole area. I'm cleaning this whole area.
Braun. Thanks, bro.
I need the air ventilation back here. I had to open up my studio, bro. Had to open up my studio, bruh. They just gave me beating something. You guys take care. I love y'all. I just want to make sure Bear wasn't going to come walking out. All right. I think it's clear. I think we're Bear clear. I did see a fox yesterday. Fox 1, Fox 2. Cheers. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, come join me on Twitter and stuff, man. You know, and join all my other social media shit and help share my stuff around. I don't know. Just do stuff. Just do stuff, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.